Welcome, intrepid innovators and curious minds, to another episode of Snippets of Knowledge. Get ready to dive deep into the game-changing concepts of 0 to 1 by Peter Thiel with Blake Masters. Today, we're going to unlock the secrets of startup success, decoding the unique insights that have transformed countless businesses. So, whether you're brainstorming your next big idea or in the trenches building your vision, this episode is your guide to thinking boldly and creating the future. Stay tuned as we explore how to go from 0 to 1, not just 1 to many. Let's embark on this journey together, right here, right now, on Snippets of Knowledge. Have you ever considered that the next big thing in business won't just be a reinvention of what we've already seen? Peter Thiel throws down the gauntlet in 0 to 1, challenging us to recognize that true innovation comes from doing something entirely new. He asserts that every moment in business happens only once. The next Mark Zuckerberg won't be creating a social network, and the next Bill Gates won't be building an operating system. This uniqueness of each innovation cycle means that what worked yesterday won't necessarily work tomorrow. Thiel prompts us to seek the untried path, the one that leads to a future unforeseen by the majority. It's about creating value in a fresh space, where the first mover can set the rules. By forging new paths, and not just iterating on existing products, entrepreneurs can make their mark with something that's never been done before. Now, that doesn't make our past successes trivial, far from it. They are templates of what success might look like, but Thiel nudges us to use them as a springboard, not a blueprint. Doing so, we can build the future, a vibrant landscape of innovation that's ripe with opportunity, a place that's truly going from 0 to 1. And so, the challenge of the future is not in the repetition, but in the leap of creation, where the ultimate goal is to build something wholly original and profoundly impactful. In 0 to 1, Peter Thiel introduces us to a concept that's both simple and profound: the distinction between going from 0 to 1 versus going from 1 to n. But what does that actually mean? Well, going from 0 to 1 is about innovation, creating something entirely new that didn't exist before. This is the essence of a startup, a leap into the unknown, making a unique contribution to the world. On the flip side, going from 1 to n is about replication. It's taking an existing idea, model, or product and scaling it up, making more of it. While this can be useful and profitable, it doesn't quite have the same potential to revolutionize our lives or industries. Thiel challenges us to dare to innovate, to build something novel that carries the potential to change the game entirely. After all, true progress comes from unique creation, not just repetition or incremental improvements. It's the difference between crafting the very first personal computer and just manufacturing yet another one. By going from 0 to 1, we can create a future that is not only different from today, but fundamentally better. It's a call to think bigger, to be visionaries, not just businessmen. So ask yourself, are you aiming to go from 0 to 1, or are you content with walking the path from 1 to n? Monopolies, a term often marred with negative connotations, right? But Peter Thiel invites us to see monopolies in a new light. In 0 to 1, he argues that monopolies, not the illegal kind, but those who achieve dominance through unique innovation, are the ultimate goal for startups. Why? Because they allow a business to set its own course. A startup that carves out its own niche can make its own rules. This might sound daunting, but picture this. You've created a product that's so revolutionary, there's no real competition. You're not constantly looking over your shoulder, trying to undercut a rival's price, or scrambling to outmarket the competition. Instead, you focus on improving your technology, nurturing your customer base, and yes, actually making a profit. Thiel believes that competition can lead to a dead end, a sort of economic Darwinism, where companies are so similar their margins become razor thin. The great innovator instead reaches for a monopoly. Think Google with search or Amazon with e-commerce. They've provided such unique value that they dominate the market. That's the power of monopoly, according to Thiel, the power to go from 0 to 1, and in doing so, be the one who defines a market for the foreseeable future. The takeaway for startups? Don't just join a game, create a new one where you make the rules. This is the blueprint for building a business that's not only successful today, but one that can continue shaping its own destiny for years to come. When we pivot our gaze to the very marrow of a startup, beyond the idea, the product, or the market, we find the team, its beating heart. Peter Thiel underscores the raw necessity of assembling not just a group of individuals, but the right group. a team that gels together like the proverbial mafia. These aren't strong-arm enforcers, but rather the PayPal alumni who've carved their success into Silicon Valley folklore, embodying the very essence of cohesion and unwavering loyalty. It's a team that functions so seamlessly, it's as if they possess a kind of telepathy, each member anticipating the needs and actions of the others. This mafia, as Thiel references, isn't dragged down by the bureaucracy or internal politics. Instead, it thrives on collective purpose and a shared vision for what the startup must achieve. The strength of such a team sparks from its company culture, a unique ethos that can't be easily replicated or swayed by the fads and whims of the industry. Strong company culture acts as the bedrock for trust, where every team member not just understands their own role, but respects the roles of others. It's in this deeply ingrained collaborative spirit that the true potential of a startup is unlocked. A startup, in Thiel's eyes, will scale the peaks of success or plummet into the valleys of failure, carried firmly on the shoulders of its team. The way forward, the path from 0 to 1, demands a team united under one banner, driven not by personal accolades, but by unison to innovate, to disrupt, and to create the extraordinary. Remember, the right team doesn't just build a product, they build an empire. When we think about startups, we often highlight the idea, the coding, the product design, but there's a component that deserves just as much limelight, if not more: sales. Peter Thiel, in 0 to 1, drives home the critical role of sales with profound clarity. Quite often, the prowess of selling is undervalued. Thiel asserts that no matter how good your product is, if you can't sell it, your business won't succeed. Let's unpack that a bit. First, it's key to understand that selling is not just about convincing someone to purchase a product. It's an extensive process that involves crafting a story around your product, one so compelling it resonates with the very core of your customer's needs and desires. Sales is the bridge between the solution your startup creates and the problem it seeks to solve in the market. Then Thiel hits us with this underrated truth. Technical skills and innovation are vital, but many promising startups trip not on the creation of great products, but on the marketing of them. It's not only about the product's features, but how those features are presented, communicated, and perceived. Sales is an art and a skill that, according to Thiel, can make the difference between a startup that stagnates and one that scales up to unimaginable heights. One of Thiel's potent insights is that a business doesn't need to have a massive sales team to be successful. In fact, a small, tightly knit group that truly understands the product can be far more effective, creating the kind of personal connections that turn casual customers into loyal ambassadors. So, as we peel back the layers of startup success, let's never underestimate the power of sales. It's not just an afterthought. It's a core part of the machine that can propel a company from 0 to 1. Let's delve into one of the most thought-provoking concepts from Peter Thiel's 0 to 1, the notion of secrets. Thiel suggests that every one of us knows something unique that others don't see. These are the secrets of the world just waiting to be discovered. But it's not just about stumbling upon them. It's about the courageous pursuit of these truths. For Thiel, a great company is built on a foundation of secrets, on insights into what is hidden behind conventional wisdom. Finding a secret is about believing in and looking for what others aren't searching for, exploring uncharted territories to uncover valuable truths. This underpins the whole process of going from 0 to 1, creating something entirely new. When you're aiming to start a business, ask yourself, what secret is this business predicated on? What do I believe that nobody else agrees on? This is the groundwork of innovation, the spark that could drive your startup ahead of the competition. Building on these unique truths is how a startup can really make an impact and potentially change the world. So open your mind to the improbable, because unveiling a secret could be the foundation of your next great venture. Creating a lasting business is akin to setting up a strong and stable structure. It's about laying a firm groundwork that can withstand the test of time and change. Peter Thiel urges founders to focus not only on the initial setup, but also on the long-term vision of the company. He believes the foundation phase encapsulates more than just the idea. It's about the confluence of the right timing, the right team, the right technology, and the right plan. Each of these factors must align to create a unique opportunity that can lead to a monopoly, where competition becomes irrelevant. But the journey doesn't end there. Thiel stresses the importance of forward thinking. Entrepreneurs must anticipate how their markets will evolve, how technology might disrupt their business, and what contingencies they will need to address future challenges. Moreover, a durable business is adaptable. It knows not just how to leverage current conditions, but also how to pivot when the winds of change blow. By thinking about the long-term future, not just in terms of profit, but also in regard to impact and legacy, founders can build a business that leaves a lasting mark on the world. Thiel's mantra is clear. Start with a strong, differentiated foundation, but always have the telescope out to navigate the vast possibilities of the future. A business that lasts does not merely endure. It evolves, it leads. It sets the pace for others to follow. As we wrap up this episode, let's reflect on the key insights from 0 to 1. If there's one thing to take away, it's that true innovation means going from 0 to 1, not following the well-trodden path from 1 to N. Successful startups must aim to monopolize a unique market, forge a tight-knit team, your own startup mafia, and never underestimate the art of sales. Above all, Thiel challenges us to uncover secrets and build businesses that not only start from a strong foundation, but are also built to last. Let these principles guide your entrepreneurial journey as you strive to create something truly innovative. Remember, the future won't build itself. It's up to the dreamers and doers who are willing to make that trek from 0 to 1. Keep pursuing your unique vision, and who knows, you might just change the world. Thanks for joining us here at Snippets of Knowledge, where big ideas fit into small yet powerful packages. See you in the next episode.